Hello there, welcome to another episode of World of Tanks with Guinea Titan, and we're here on Thiepval Ridge 1944 variant, and I'm in the Comet, and it is a tier 9 battle. Now it's not a massive tier 9 battle, I think it's 3 or 4 tanks aside or something like that, but the enemy have a lot of heavy tanks. We don't have as many heavy tanks, and well, I suppose depends on what they do with them. So I'm on the Comet. And initially I'm sort of targeting the ridge line there at E8. That was my direction. But as I was heading across the field here, I was beginning to get very, very concerned, and I thought, nobody coming. There's nobody supporting me. Everyone's heading, well, they're all heading west at the moment, really effectively. So I was getting really, really concerned, and I thought, maybe should I turn around? Should I relocate? What exactly should I do? The problem I have, of course, is that caution for its own sake is actually no good to me. I need to, I need to score a lot of damage, either directly or assistance damage, in order to maintain my damage standing in this tank. I've been, if you've been a regular viewer and have been consistently watching my channel, you'll know that I've been recently trying to increase the damage standing on the Comet in order to get a third mark of excellence. Now, my position here isn't as precarious as it was at the beginning, because there is a tank destroyer behind me on the ridgeline behind me. It looks like he's advancing towards this location as well. And we haven't spotted anything else besides a T-25 pilot who has made the mistake that I think he just went in there because it was a place to go and he hadn't really real idea what he wanted to do when he was inside there. And the problem is, you see, that he's too far forward. If he's hidden from the guys in front of me, he's not hidden from me, and if he's hidden from me, he's not hidden from the guys in front of me. So he's been shot at from multiple directions, and there's no clear, safe way out because he's advanced too far without a safe way out. Now, if he'd driven determinedly by the fastest possible route to the river, he might have gotten out alive. But by hesitating and turning around and turning back and changing direction, he died. Yeah, there's a T-28 prototype is cut up with me. And there's a medium tank at the edge of the old trench line on my left. Now, I don't think he's in a great position, that T-20, because he has the same problems the T-25 pilot had. If he pushes too far into that ridgeline, he can be in trouble as well. For more or less the same reasons, although we know the T-34 is there, so the only tank that's likely to shoot him from one side is the T-34. And it looks like most of the enemy heavies are just lined up there along the 3 line, 3, G, H and J, which is kind of the traditional heavy tank order, but there's no need for them all there. In fact, they're basically coming in each other's way at this stage, and they should be trying something new or pushing out in the flank or something. So we didn't get that T-21, he's actually managed to pull off, but the T-34, that's actually an opportunity here, because T-34 is a bad tank to get isolated. I think it's not a great tank, but it's not a terrible tank in my opinion. The gun is actually really powerful. It does a massive alpha damage. Now, the gun handling is really poor, very long aim time, very long reload. But with 3 of us here, we should be able to take him out handily enough, and I thought possibly worth the chance. Now, I think the T-34 fired there. So since he fired, I thought I'd take the chance of coming out on top of him, because at the very least his gun is going to be pointing in the direction he's going to stick it out there. He's fired again, so I know what direction he's fired in. I know that he's got like a 10-second reload, so I can come around him. Plus, he's got a really slow turret rotation. And I've got a house behind me, which now should, I think, block me from the ISM. I was also close enough to him that I was able to actually change direction and still beat his turret. Now, I wouldn't have gotten away with that with a T-32 or a T-29 or an M103, for instance, and I wouldn't probably have tried it with it. So I've taken a hit from the ISM, but we've managed to get rid of the T-34, which means now the ISM is isolated, and I have support here in the form of the T-28 prototype. I just need to, you know, keep shooting at him and keep him distracted, because if he's, so he fires the T-28 and I'm coming around him and he's got the same problem here with his gun rotation. Now I take a hit from the enemy T-28. I should really have, instead of going around tight, I probably should have gone low down into the river and used the riverbank to protect me from the enemy tank destroyer behind me, which I think is a T-28 as well. Yep, it's another T-28 prototype. However, with the assistance of the T-28 and the lower, the light tank, we've managed to clear this section, and we've gotten rid of the ISM. So now I've also gotten 1910 points, plus 492 assisted points, so I'm well in excess of the 1900 points or so that I need to more or less break even. I'm not 100% sure, I'm not going to say definitively that the 1900 is the break even point, but it's pretty close to it. Certainly 2000 would be an increase in my damage standing, whereas 17 or 1800 probably see a decrease in my damage standing. So I've made my minimum achievement to make some slight progress. I think I'll actually make some slight progress. Then I think well, I will. I'm over 2000, good bit over 2000. Just to make actually reasonable progress, but reasonable progress is actually quite small at this level. In fact, the Comet seems to me to be rather unusual in that I suspect the final bar for the damage standing to be actually quite high, because the cutoff number, the break-even point, is actually changing over the course of as I rise in the percentages, which is not something I've really observed in other tanks. But if I was down at 86% damage standing, then a 1500 game could see me making that marginal incremental increase. A 1600 game probably see a slight increase, whereas with a with a 90% damage standing, you need about 1600 game to be making actual advance and actual increase your damage standing. Again, you wouldn't be talking about maybe 0.4, 0.5%, but that kind of ballpark. Nothing in comparison to the kind of loss you could get. Like if you got 0 damage, you could lose a full percent or in excess of a full percent. So it can be very harsh at this level, and it's one of the reasons why I don't know until I try whether I'll be able to go all the way or not. However, we finish up with an Ace Tanker and a 2449, 492 assisted damage, and we come number 1 by experience. But I am hopeful that I'll be able to do it, because prior to this Ace Tanker game, I had 2 first-class mastery games. And I can put together a string of these games every now and again, but I can also have a string, or an even longer string, of really bad games. So, but it is hopeful that if things fall the right way to me, I could actually push this over the edge in a particular string of good and lucky games. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please press like, comment, share. It really helps the channel out. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to the channel. I will catch you all again soon. Bye for now.